We first of all appreciate you for keeping time. You are here by around midday, but we want to apologize that we delayed with the Minister of ICT for some 30 minutes. So kindly accept our apology for the delay of those 30 minutes. Honorable colleagues, we are interacting with one of the most important entities in the country that is responsible constitutionally, that is mandated to protect life and property, maintain law and order, prevent and detect crime, and ensure public safety and security for all the persons in the Republic of Uganda. We want to thank you for the services that you deliver to our country in the line of security. Also, we want to take note of that you draw your mandate from the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. That is under Article 208, Uganda Police Defense Forces, where we recognize that there shall be armed forces to be known as the Uganda Police Defense Forces. And the Uganda Police Defense Forces shall be non-partisan, national in character, patriotic, professional, disciplined, productive, subordinate to the civilian authority as established under this constitution. So, honorable colleagues, we are interacting with a force that is, number one, of a national character, that is non-partisan, that is patriotic, very professional, disciplined, productive, and subordinate to civilian authority. So we want to thank you for complying with the requirements of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as mandated, and aware that this is the supreme law of the land. Honorable colleagues, this force is responsible for enforcing law and order, keeping peace, and collaborating with other security agencies. Aware that you are part of the sector that is in charge of justice, law, and order. Honorable colleagues, arising out of their mandate, I want to raise a few questions to this side. Under your political context, we have concluded the 2026 election that was marred with a lot of brutality and violence. And we saw the engagement of the UPDF in these elections, where we anticipated that it would have been the police to handle some of these areas. So we want you to update us on the occasion where Uganda Police wrote to the UPDF to be assisted in manning the 2026 election. My name is Gorothi Namuga, the Member of Parliament from Ogola County, Sembabule District. And I want to be on record that that was one of the most chaotic districts that was highly militarized during the 2026 elections. So I want you, sir, to update us on your contribution or on the involvement of the military and the men in uniform line with the UPDF in the 2026 election, in specifically all parts of the country, but to take note of Sembabule, where I come from. Some of us were highly brutalized, and we want to have the response of the police because we are told we are supposed to be protected by Uganda Police Force. I'm aware that you are in charge of the GISOs and DISOs. Who is in charge of this? That is RDC, Minister of Security. We shall have that to the right people. Number 3, provide us with an update of the current deployment at Honorable Chagulanyi's home, and when do you intend to leave that home? So currently update us on the deployment and how safe you are in that private property. We've had concerns of the citizens around that place. We've had concerns of citizens around that place of businesses being affected with your presence. So police want you to update us about the updates that there is in that area. Also, you will update us on the current law where people are arrested and detained for more than 48 hours. Some for 3 weeks, how many weeks? So update us on how far police has gone in regard to detentions beyond 48 hours, and also detentions that are conducted by unknown people. Lastly, we want to understand your relationship with the office of the RDCs in regard to security of the places that we do, of the areas where we come from. So I want you to update us about your relationship with the other DCs in regard to security. Honorable colleagues, if there is anything to add, please do. Honorable Suman.
Chair, I want to thank you. Chair, without narrowing down on your communication, I think we need to raise broader human rights issues with the police. Broader human rights issues with the police. One, regarding the issue of arrests. Chair, the Constitution is very clear on how arrests are made. Number one, when you go to arrest a person, you first introduce yourself. Number two, you inform the person you are arresting in the language they understand the reason for the arrest. Number three, that person is supposed to be taken to a gazetted police station or detention facility. Number four, not beyond 48 hours. Number five, they should never be tortured. Number six, you should accord them an opportunity to inform their next of kin of their whereabouts, and to allow access to the arrested person, access to a lawyer, access to a doctor. Chairperson, whatever I have adumbrated has been breached by this police that is appearing before us. So it's a bigger human rights issue. And these are matters that have come before the Human Rights Commission reports, that police has now been at the forefront of violating human rights. And yet police are supposed to be gatekeepers of human rights. But they are at the forefront of violating human rights. So, right now, Chairperson, it should be a broader issue to do with police. And Chair, relatedly, look at what we call associational rights and freedoms. You can hardly, a political party can hardly hold a rally in this country unless it is campaign time. But even during campaign time, there are enormous restrictions. Chair, police continues to arrogate unto itself authority to grant a public meeting. That authority you don't have. You are asking for people you tell people, we have not given you authority. You don't have. The Constitutional Court has said so. Even Parliament has said so. In fact, Chairperson, the Public Order Management Act provisions that we are giving them that authority were declared unconstitutional.
Procedure.
So it's a broader human rights issue that we are dealing with, and which Chairperson, and I speak as a legal practitioner, who has been both detained by this police force, but also gone to these police stations to rescue people. And the Chair, I still have a complaint against Afanda Kafero there. Afanda Kafero took my shoe. Yes, he's there.
Is that an accountability issue?
Yes, it is. It is really, it is the most accountability issue I am raising. Yes. Yes, Afanda Kafero took my shoe.
A pair or one piece?
One shoe. I was exercising my right to demonstrate. He chased me. My shoe got out. He picked the shoe up to now. 15 years down the road, he has not returned my shoe. It's there. But there are many Ugandans who have been victims like me, Chairperson, whose shoes or what are missing. So it's there. Today you should explain I have found him. So Chair.
Why did you take off?
Chair, no, I had to, it was also my right to take off. So the human rights issues that we bring to police, Chair, need to be highlighted. Finally, Chair, the other day I asked these people of lands about a petrol station there at police
In Naguru.
in Naguru, that petrol station. It's Shell. For all intents and purposes, how did the police permit that petrol station, that Shell, to be adjacent to their premises? How could this happen? IGP, how could that happen? Because Lands itself said they are not aware. KCC said they wrote, but you know, it's not only a public health concern, it's a security concern. How would you acquiesce to such an illegality as police? How could that happen?
Thank you, Honorable Asman.
Thank you.
I want to remind the colleagues this side that when you come from number 1, the national objectives and directive principles of state policy, that is objective 2.6, where all public offices shall be held in trust for the people. Number 2, all persons placed in positions of leadership and responsibility shall, in their work, be answerable to the people. Number 3, all lawful measures shall be taken to expose, combat, and eradicate corruption and abuse all misuse of power by those holding political or public offices. So accountability is in line to the offices that you do hold, and also financial accountability in relation to Article 164, where the permanent secretary or the accounting officer in charge of a ministry, department, shall be accountable to Parliament for the funds of that department. Honorable colleagues, yes, Honorable Silas Augon.
Madam, that have had accidents along areas where you have roadblocks, but you are not removing them. When you go to Maya, Madam Chair, so many vehicles have parked there for over 5 years. Go to Natete police station. Mpiji, where the road was closed, you have turned into a place for parking of vehicles. Then, I want to be educated through the traffic officer, Afanda, who are permitted to have, are supposed to have right of way. Sincerely, will you kindly, what is failing you, basing on the traffic code and the traffic act, to manage people who are driving vehicles when they are not permitted to have right of way? Every person who feels stronger than the traffic officers has a siren. And what is the law governing sale of sirens? If people are selling sirens in Chiseka, are they permitted by law? I was coming from Masaka yesterday. A Corona has a siren, and when it hoots, you have to clear away. And he has no number plates. What's the limitation on the road of people driving without number plates on their vehicles? Even in the presidential vehicle has a coat of arms on it, reading that this is the president of the country. But you have taken it lightly, and the load is on the traffic officers. Can I know? I've been in this committee for some time, and we pushed you under the sectoral committee to provide the traffic officers with better transport and mobility. You cannot manage traffic in Uganda where the borders, the boxers are riding stronger than pedestrians who are acting as traffic officers. In the developed countries, even our neighboring countries, it is police having biggest motorcycles that can control traffic and manage bad driving on the road. But here we are. How do you, Madam, let me conclude. You gave me room. I have a last one. How do you remunerate? How do you cater for traffic officers who spend a whole day on the road with no water, no punjo, rain is falling on them? They need more attention. My last issue goes to the one in charge of, I don't know whether I tell what. How does it happen that the people, because as we talk now, Madam Chair, in Uganda, you cannot get a line, whether Airtel, MTN, without national ID. But we are seeing a lot of theft still going on. Thieves are having telephone numbers, they steal vehicles, They steal mobile money and they continue using the same numbers. We want to learn, how do you manage this area between you and the IT system and the NIRA? How do we still have people stealing people's properties? They are using the same numbers, they are attacking people, they ring them and kill them, but you cannot get them, yet some of these numbers are still operational. But the fact is, none, even up as we talk now, anybody with the new Nangamuntu, new national ID, you cannot access a line in MTN for a swap unless NIRA gives you a letter confirming that you are the individual, because the system has not gone on. But I'm wondering, how do we continue with the people stealing, using the same lines, and the lines are still on and they are not good, and they are killing people at the same time? Those are my areas of concern, Madam Chair.
Lastly, Honorable Nalima.
Madam Chairperson, I also join you to welcome the police force to Parliament here. Madam Chairperson, mine is just simple. Can I get clarification from our police officers as far as their budget is concerned, given that we are now commencing another budgeting period? Why? We saw during campaigns they had enough facilitation, especially with tear gas, to many of us. They could have good bullets around, and they could show us enough that they are really well equipped. Today, in several of the places I represent, Wakiso, we are seeing Nansana, the crime rate has increased. And the way it has already been mentioned, you reach their different stations, they don't have good facilitation, they can't fuel their cars, the cars are down, everything is not okay. So we are asking. And two, the sister forces that used to help them, are they only meant to come and handle only campaigns, especially to the people they feel they should maltreat the way they do so? Why can't they handle now the crimes ongoing? I thank you.
Thank you.
Chair, as a person coming from the rural district, you will clearly see that our vehicles operating in our districts are really old and they break down every other time. They do not have facilitation for fuel. But when you come to Kampala here and other areas, there are individuals who have decided to own police vehicles, and the new police vehicles that were bought are just within the city here. They are not helping other areas. I don't know whether we budget for only Kampala or we budget for the whole of Uganda. So I wanted to seek clarification how far they have gone in equipping the police stations outside the city here, because for us in Amuria we have one old vehicle. You only see vehicles maybe assisting you coming from Soroti, and we want to know how often you change those vehicles, because they do a lot of work.
Thank you, Honorable Isaac. Last.
Man, I have an issue also. Why is the police not enforcing collection of money they are demanding? If we go to page 33, they have a dog, it can look for a person they are demanding from. Because so if you look there on note 23C, the previous year it was 32 billion. They wrote off, they were saying they were writing off even 13 billion. The following year, it increased, remained 32.5 billion. They were continuing to keep the right. How can police fail to enforce? Because they have the mandate of arresting people and whatever, and how would they fail to collect such amounts?
Thank you, Honorable Nandala, the former presidential candidate.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee for the interactions we have so far had since we came here. We shall respond to all the concerns after my brief remark. The Honorable Chairperson, the Honorable members of the committee, allow me to take this opportunity on behalf of the Inspector General of Police and the police fraternity to welcome you back from the festive season and the recently concluded elections. And also to congratulate all those who were elected to the 12th Parliament, and to encourage those who never made it that next time they will make it. I want to report that the general security situation in the country is calm and peaceful, save for few isolated cases which we are firmly handling. Overall, crime for the year 2025 has gone down by 10.3% as per our annual crime report, which will soon be launched, posting a crime rate of 427 persons per 100,000 people, down from 476 in 2024. We are basing this on the estimated population of 45.9 million people. This translates to a total of 196,155 cases which were reported, compared to 218,715 which were reported in 2024. This reduction is attributed to enhanced policing strategies such as the sub-county policing, community engagement, interagency collaborations, and proactive measures being implemented. Efforts are on now to beef patrols and conduct strategic deployments at black spots, road junctions, and dark areas to fight street theft, vehicle vandalism, panga welding criminals, and those who use pavers to attack. Note that in the month of January and February alone countrywide, we arrested a total of 7,159 suspects. And of these, 3,724 were taken to court. In Kampala metropolitan area alone, 3,512 arrests were made and 1,935 criminals were arraigned before court. We recovered several exhibits which include guns, pangas, house-breaking implements, assorted vehicle parts, motorcycles, drugs which include marijuana. We also recovered coffee and livestock, among others. We, however, still face a challenge of individuals, companies, and mobile money agents that deal in large sums of money without having adequate security. This has acted as a bait for criminals. Honorable Chair and Honorable Committee members, UPF remains committed to delivering its constitutional mandate of maintaining peace and stability in the country, and areas of emphasis remain: 1, improvement of staff welfare, especially staff accommodation; continuous implementation of the sub-county policing model to support government programs of agro-industrialization, tourism, mineral development, science, technology, and innovations; and also maintain the available force multipliers like CCTV, canine, forensics, and other technical capabilities to effectively fight crime, prevent crime, detect, and manage. Honorable Chair and members, the police management would like to thank you for the continued support rendered to UPF in the allocation and mobilization of resources, including supplementaries that we get, that has helped us to implement our mandate. Honorable Chair, with this brief, and before I allow the accounting officer to take us through the specific issues raised in the Auditor General's report for financial year 2024-2025, we shall go and attempt to respond to some of the issues that you have raised. My team here will chip in where maybe one, who mandates us to always call in our sister security forces. Madam Chair, the Constitution which you referred to, Article 212D, states that we should cooperate with the civilian authority and other security organs established under this Constitution and with the population generally. Given that mandate, there is no need for us to write inviting our sister security forces to come and support us where there is need. 2, we talked about regulating assembly and association. Police Act, Section 32 to 34 gives us that authority to regulate assembly and association. Chair,
What does Section 2 say of the Police Act in regard to regulating assembly?
well, we shall read. They are all here.
Please.
I am saying that as they purport to read Section 32, they should read it in tandem with the Muwanga Chivumbi versus Attorney General on the constitutionality on the section they are about to read, and juxtapose it with the Public Order Management Act, especially the lead judgment of Sheborion. Yes, on power of police to regulate assemblies. Combine the two and tell us where they derive authority to stop meetings.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, since this matter was not part of the Auditor General's report, we did not carry the precedent of Honorable Justice Cheborion, but at least we can access the law. Section 32 here states that the power to regulate assemblies and processions. 1, any officer in charge of police may issue orders for the purpose of regulating the extent to which music, drumming, or public address system may be used on public roads or streets or at occasion of festivities and ceremonies. 2, directing the conduct of assemblies and processions on public roads or streets or at places of public resort, and the route by which and the times at which any procession may pass. And it goes on up to Section 34.
Yeah, is that still the position of the law? Can you go on record to state that that is the position of the law, what you are reading? Bwana Under Secretary.
Honorable Chairperson, this Police Act has never been amended, as far as we know.
That the Police Act has never been amended.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
It is not.
Madam Chair.
Honorable Silas.
I guess that they know I'm the MP for Kumi Municipality, and I welcome you to this house. This is your house. Number 1, I wanted to begin with the traffic and to applaud you. I always get the traffic police officers, even under rain, they are busy blowing their whistles. They work their hearts out, and really we feel it, even inside our cars. But I would love to find out from you, what is it that you are doing to appreciate these officers? Is there a special allowance? And then in terms of their safety, is there a special budget so that we protect our officers who are really doing it for us on a daily basis? Number two, the issue of zebra crossings. I have seen that there are zebra crossings all over the country, but most motorists, and especially border men, ignore the rules on zebra crossings. So pedestrians don't have that ease of crossing the road. Nobody observes. But I've never seen police take action on people who don't respect zebra crossings. What do you say about this? Another matter, the matter of fueling police cars. Everywhere you go, there is always a complaint that the police officers do not have fuel. Whenever there is a case, fuel is always number one issue. What is it that is a problem in your budgeting? Can't we do better in that area? And then the police dogs, the sniper dogs. Madam Chair, even in my constituency, whenever there is an issue and somebody needs to pick the dog, they tell you you have to pay. And I think this is for the whole country, not only my constituency. Can't these dogs operate for free? How much do they eat per day? Maybe there's a lot of money that we need to buy food for them, because they are charging like 300,000 per user. Isn't that too much? So I thought that something should be communicated along that line. The final one.
Procedure. Are these audit queries? You are talking about a traffic officer. Where is his office? It is a road. You are talking about dogs. That's a police officer. If we are going to waste time bringing, what time shall we do please?
Thank you, Honorable Nandala. Honorable Silas, proceed.
A person in every meeting. Madam Chair, the final one is on issues of housing for our officers. I want to speak specifically for my area. The whole country, but let me first speak for Kumi. So Kumi District Police Station is poorly housed. So I mean, our officers don't have proper housing. The houses there are an embarrassment. What are you doing to help the situation and bring this to the light? Thank you so much.
Honorable Silas. Honorable Saungu.
Madam Chair,